with the final presidential debate happening here at UNLV in only about 4 hours. As you can see behind me, tensions are getting high as protesters are voicing their opinion to the CNN network. Clinton and Trump will go head-to-head in the Thomas and Mack Center. I spoke with a few supporters and protesters to see what they had to say. So there's so many protesters out here. What are you here protesting?
I kind of feel like I'm more here supporting, not necessarily protesting. I'm really here to just support Hillary, but also support open political discourse and open political process that, I will respect the outcome however it turns out.
I'm sure you have a lot of reasons of why you support Hillary, but what are some top things of why?
Sure. In Donald Trump's own words, she's a fighter. She's somebody that hasn't given up in any job that she's been in, and that means a lot to me. The fact that she, from the beginning of her career, chose to fight for people who need a voice, for women, for children, for LGBT Americans. I'm a gay man myself, and so I really respect the fact that she's a fighter. She doesn't give up.
So tell us, what's happening here?
Well, this is a giant papier-mâché head of Donald Trump. We have a website, gianttrumphead.com, and we've been touring the country with the head and the sign just to make the point that Donald Trump is not fit to be president of the United States. He's unqualified, he's a pervert, and he should never be president of the United States. And this is a really important election, and we need to make sure that people get the message that voting for Donald Trump could mean the ruination of our country.
So, because you are, anti-Donald Trump, are you pro-Hillary?
I have already voted in Michigan, and I did vote for Hillary. I was originally a Bernie Sanders supporter, but when you're looking at the two, Donald Trump, I literally think Donald Trump could be, he could start a nuclear war based on a tweet.
There's a lot of protesters here, against Trump and Hillary. You're obviously here for Trump. Can you tell us what you're protesting here today, or why Trump?
I support Trump. He says it like it is. He says what he believes. He doesn't have one message for one group of people and a different message for a different group of people. The WikiLeaks email releases show that Hillary did exactly that, where she talks to one group one way and has a totally different agenda with someone else. I think that Trump loves our country. I think that he's risking a lot by running for president. That's not an easy thing for anyone to do. He's risking a lot, and it's because he cares. He cares about our country. And he's not perfect, but none of us are perfect.
Well, and your sign says women for Trump, but Trump is known for disrespecting women. What do you have to say on that?
That is nonsense. Okay. Well, maybe it's not nonsense because he had a life before. But some of it, if you just logically think about it, think about the woman on the plane, which was the first woman that came out. She said she was in a seat next to him. She was in first class. He fondled her, went down to lower areas, and no one knew. It's 30 years ago, and so now she's talking about this. Do you really believe that if you were on a plane, if anyone was on a plane next to a guy and he was fondling you, it wouldn't happen? The media tells you, it's all over the news about the negative, but the other little Miss Teen USA that supports Trump, you don't hear that. People don't even know about it.
Activists surprised many by marching through the campus and straight to the stage, chanting their anti-Trump opinions. Protesters are getting riled up right behind me, as you can see. Tensions are very high as the final presidential debate is coming up in just a few hours. More and more protesters are coming onto the scene to contribute, and as you can see, a lot of the police officers here are getting a little bit tighter. Reporting for UNLV TV, I'm Catherine Ho.